You know what I did? I woke up and I just did what felt right. I got into a natural rhythm of what my body wanted to do, and I just did it. So I woke up pretty early, earlier than what I normally, the time that I normally wake up. Well, for one thing, I'm still just a little bit jet laggy. I don't really get jet laggy or jet lags, so maybe that's the wrong word, but I'm still getting adjusted to this new time. Um, because I'm about 14 hours ahead. I'm here in beautiful Thailand, and I came here to get disciplined. And I'm going to talk about discipline in a minute and what I've learned about that. I want to share that with you. But where was I? Oh, so yeah, I find that I woke up and I find it better to get into a natural flow of things, or to get into a good routine when I just go with the natural flow of, or the natural rhythm of what my body, mind, and spirit is telling me what to do. And that's the easiest way to get into a really good routine that you can stick to, because it's going to feel easy, because it's just natural. It's what you are called to do. It's what your body and your mind and your spirit calls you to do. Now, jumping ahead to how I correlated that with being disciplined, because I came here, and Thailand it's a new place. While it's beautiful and peaceful, I actually came and I spent one night in Bangkok, and I had done a lot of research before I came here, and I already knew Bangkok wasn't going to be the place for me. There's too much going on, too many distractions, and so I already knew I wanted to come out to the suburbs, or a coastal town where it's more calm, where I could see the ocean and be near the water, because there's just something about seeing the water. I don't even have to get into the ocean. I don't really swim in the ocean that much because I have an irrational fear of sharks. I don't know why. Jaws ruined me as a kid. Born in the 70s, and I don't know. But anyway, I digress. Um, yeah, there's something about being near the water and seeing the mountains and seeing trees, and having a great view and vista. It just does something for me. It just regulates my whole system, and I love it. And I actually had on my vision board like pictures of the views that I'd like to see every day. And I found this Airbnb, and it's perfect. I have views of the mountains, and on one side full of sunlight, vistas, like a wraparound terrace. On one side, I can see the sunset. On the other side, I can see the sunrise. I can see the ocean over here. Out of this window, I can see mountains over here. And this one, it's just perfect. And I love it. And I can't believe I put something like this on my vision board at the end of December, beginning of January, and here it is, February 1st, and I'm living this manifestation of what I envisioned in my mind. Actually, before January was over, I made my way here, and I booked a trip to Thailand in January, and took the trip in January and ended up here. So, for anybody who's thinking that you need to do all this big planning and you have to wait months and years or weeks or any amount of time, no. You can just decide you want to do something, set your intention, and make it happen. Like it's going to happen as long as you go ahead and have trust in yourself and faith in yourself. Trust and believe your higher self. Whatever is calling you, you need to just go ahead and do it. Trust your intuition. And that leads me back to what I came on here to actually talk to you about, was discipline, because Bangkok, Thailand can be a lot. So like I said, I decided to come to this coastal town in order to do some things that I really want to do. I'm turning 52 next week, and this is the year that I feel like this is my year. I know we feel like that every year, especially when our birthdays come around. We feel like this is our year, this is going to be great. But I really feel deep in my soul like this is the year that I'm going to become like this person, or that I've always wanted to be, because I'm already doing it. But I really want to take myself to the next level. And Thailand can be a place that's very distracting. The days can get away from you. And I won't just blame Thailand, because no matter where you are, if you don't seize the day, as the saying goes, then the day will seize you and it'll escape you. So I really had to think about, how am I going to be disciplined while I'm there, while taking in all these new sights, because I am a chaser of novelty, and chasing novelty it's one of my greatest joys and pleasures, but it's also something that I know can be my worst enemy, or my biggest my biggest enemy. But it's something that I take such pleasure in. I just love the newness of different things, whether it's trying new foods, meeting new people, learning new things, going new places. I love newness. Not so much new stuff. Like I've become, as I get older, I become more of a minimalist, not in the way that I like bare bones, because I like nice things. This is nice, and I love nice things. I just want less things that are better. I like less. I don't like a lot of frivolous things. Less fluff. Less things that are unnecessary, and things that are not only essential, because not everything has to be essential and functional. Some things I love just to have for beauty purposes and aesthetics purposes, but not too much, just the right balance. So I came here telling myself, I really need to have some discipline. And as I was journaling, I was thinking, disciplined about what? Like, you have discipline. Like, you don't have a discipline problem. You're real disciplined about eating chips and cookies, and you're real disciplined about not working out. You're consistent about that. You're really consistent about putting off making the YouTube video or the social media videos. You're really consistent about putting things off. You're disciplined when it comes to doing the wrong things. How can I be disciplined about doing the things that I want to do? So I went even deeper. What is it to be disciplined? It's to be a disciple. To be a disciple of a teacher or philosophy or a certain code of living. And I'm thinking, well, who or what am I going to be a disciple of? That's when I decided, okay, you have to be a disciple of your future self. You have to be a disciple of your highest and best self, future Toya, future whoever your name is, whatever your name is. And so that's what I'm doing, and that's what I decided. So every single day, everything that I do, or everything that you do, has to be in as a devotee of this person that you want to be, your highest and best self. It's as simple as that. If you're religious and you call yourself a disciple of Christ, maybe you're a disciple of the Stoics, you follow Stoicism, or maybe you're a disciple of Buddha. I'm a disciple of all of those great teachers. But one thing that is going to be first and foremost when I'm being disciplined is to keep front of mind that first and foremost, I'm a disciple to my highest and best self. And that is the only way that I'm going to get to the place that I want to be in my life, is to listen to my intuition, because my highest and best self talks to me all the time through my intuition. Your highest and best self whispers and talks to you all the time via your intuition, your inner voice. And so you just have to trust it and listen to it. And that leads me back to what I was saying before about following a natural rhythm. Use that as a guideline of your daily a baseline to create your daily routine, and then it's going to be easy to do. It won't feel like a chore. It won't feel like something that you don't want to do. And that's why you have to really listen to yourself and not go and find other people's morning routines and their list of things. They wake up at 5, they take a vitamin, they do this, they do 20 jumping jacks, they do a cold plunge. You can't really listen to anyone else's intuition. That's what their body, their mind, their highest self is telling them to do. That's good for them. You have to come up with your own routine by listening to yourself. And that's just doing what feels good. You know what doesn't feel good, because what you're doing now, or the thing that you're doing that's always nagging you, and you've got this voice that's like, I need to do whatever. I need to do the opposite of what you're doing now. Like you're sitting there and it's like, I really need to get up off this couch, or I really need to be working out. Or you see someone running down the street while you're sitting in your car and you're like, that's what I need to be doing. That's your mind, your higher self telling you what you need to be doing. And telling you that what you're doing now is not really your best self. That you always telling yourself what you need to be doing, you nagging yourself, that's a sign right there that you're actually not doing your best. You know, there's people say, well, I'm doing the best I can, but are we? Are you? Sometimes I say that to myself, I'm doing the best I can. Are you doing the best you can? I say to myself, you probably say that to yourself too, like, are you really? No, you're not. Do better. Do better. I know there's a lot of talk about self-talk and being kind to yourself, and I'm all about that. I'm all about being kind to myself, but also don't BS yourself either by saying, well, I'm doing the best I can. No, I think you can do better. I think you can do better. I read somewhere that we actually use like this tiny percentage of our brain power. We don't use our brains to the fullest potential. When I'm on the internet, on the different social medias, and I look at some of the sayings and the phrases that young people say, and one of the things that they say when there's an interesting video of someone just doing something so authentically and just living their life and sharing it. And one of the things that I love to go into the comments and see what people are saying. And one of the things that they say is, wow, I'm not using my free will enough, or I'm not using my free will to its full potential. And that's pretty good. I like that. Always, and I've taken that mantra and I've kind of internalized it, like, yeah, I need to start using my free will to its full potential. Since I'm living my life, a lot of times I don't see what other people see. To some of my friends and family, I've always done what I want and lived how I wanted, and just used my free will as much as I could. But there's always been this yearning inside of me that I'm not living up to my full potential, that I'm not doing everything that I should be doing. And if you have that yearning and that feeling that you're actually supposed to be doing something better, something more, something different than what you're doing, while it might seem great to everyone looking on the outside looking in, and it might seem like and it might not even seem like it might be like life is great, but there's just something missing, then yeah, it's time to get yourself some discipline and become a disciple to that higher, best, better self, that other version of you that you know is going to take you to new heights. And not saying that, this new, better version of yourself is a billionaire. It's not even about that. Even though money is nice, because money helps you do things, in life that you want to do. We need money in this world to survive. That's just the way it is. But it's not everything. It's not everything. The best and highest version of yourself is that self, or that voice that keeps telling you, keeps nagging you, keeps pulling at you to do the thing that you keep running away from or not doing. Become a disciple to yourself. That's how you're going to get more discipline. That's how you're going to, when you start listening to yourself and follow your own natural rhythm by listening to your intuition, that's how you're going to start your new daily routine. That's going to be the baseline for your new daily routine. That's going to get you to where you want to be. Not going on the internet or asking Chat GPT for the best morning routine or the best path to get here and there. Those are great tools to use when you want to learn, or when you need some, when you just need some information. But as far as guidance, you already know everything you need. You already have everything you need right up here and right here. You already have the guidance that you need. You already have your own personal guide that works every time. You just have to access it by getting still and trusting it. Discipline and trust. I'd say those are the two biggest things that I'm going to focus on for this year at this age, at 51 going into 52. Discipline and trust. So I guess that's all I have for now. I hope you'll join me in declaring who or what you're going to be a disciple of when you're deciding on what you want to be disciplined about this year. Trusting your intuition. We hear it all the time, but it's easier said than done. But you just have to make up your mind. We just have to make up our mind, and we have to do it. Trusting your intuition. Finding your natural rhythm and your natural flow, because that's going to make it easier to trust yourself, and that's going to make it easier to become a disciple of your higher self. Once you become a disciple of your higher self, then that's the discipline. That is the discipline. Discipline is the practice of following your higher self. That is the core characteristic of being a disciple, is imitation, imitating the life of the teacher or the master. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I liked making it. This is my first official YouTube video. Today is February 1st. If you want to follow along on my journey while I'm entering into this new phase of life, midlife, I'm about to turn 52. If you're in your 50s, I would love for you to join me. And we can have conversations down in the comments. I love building community around women around my age, and I also love talking to younger women and talking about things that I wish I had known before I got to this age, and the things that I've learned over the years. If you're interested in traveling abroad and moving abroad, because that's also something that I'm interested in, and that I am actively pursuing. I'm here right now because I'm on kind of like a go see tour where I'm just exploring different places. I'm here in Thailand, and I'll be here for a few weeks, for 3 weeks, and then from here I'm going to Vietnam and see what that's like for the next 3 weeks. So for the next month and a half, I will be traveling around Southeast Asia, and I'll be bringing you everything that I'm learning, sharing, and seeing. So if you're interested in traveling abroad, moving abroad, midlife lessons, minimalism, how to downsize physically and mentally, how to maintain mindfulness when there's just so much going on around us, how to undo certain things, and how to let go of certain things that we've held on to for so many years. Those are the things that I'll be talking about on this page. So if that's your jam too, subscribe to my channel and come back. Let me know what you want to talk about, some more things that you want to hear about, because I love to share. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.